Friday. Where have you been all my week? That's right, I'm your host Andrew, and it is Friday, and you know I'm getting down on Friday because it's Crypto Espresso, your teeny tiny daily shot of caffeinated crypto headlines. Let's just get into it. First up, Bitcoin was practically unrecognizable on Thursday, surging to $25,000 for the first time since June of 2022. At that point, the world's biggest cryptocurrency had rallied by 50% since the year began. It accelerated by $3,000 in a single day, which is something we'd probably barely notice during the bull market. Quantum economics founder Mati Greenspan told us that Bitcoin is currently seeing its strongest start of a year ever. He added, a number of factors may be contributing to this, including declining inflation and a more dovish Fed, increased global adoption rates, and the upcoming halving event. Oddly, the SEC's current crusade against crypto does not appear to be influencing prices all that much. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is suing Kwon in connection with the $60 billion collapse of UST and Luna. Specifically, the SEC accused Kwon and Terraform Labs of orchestrating a multi-billion-dollar crypto asset securities fraud, involving an algorithmic stablecoin and other altcoins. The UST stablecoin, once the third largest by market cap, collapsed in the space of 1 week after its arbitrage-based method of maintaining its dollar peg using the free-floating Luna token failed. Both ran nearly to zero. The SEC is also seeking to hold Terraform Labs and Kwon accountable for their roles in Terra's collapse, which devastated both retail and institutional investors and sent shockwaves through the crypto markets, officials said. Norwegian authorities have made their largest ever seizure of stolen cryptocurrency. Prosecutors have retrieved 60 million kroner, about $5.9 million, from hackers who robbed the Ronin Bridge, which helps power the Axie Infinity game. It was also one of the largest ever cash value seizures by the Norwegian police. The U.S. Justice Department has said that North Korea's state-sponsored Lazarus Group hackers were behind the attack, which made off with $625 million. This subsequently led to the sanctioning of the Blender.io and Tornado Cash mixing services. Officials in Norway are now vowing to reach out to Sky Mavis, which developed the bridge, so that the aggrieved get their money back to the greatest extent possible. Avraham Eisenberg does not intend to give back $47 million, despite the decentralized finance protocol Mango Markets agreeing that he can keep it. At least, though, he's not willing to give it back without a fight. He's asked a judge not to grant an emergency injunction freezing those funds, arguing that the agreement the Mango Markets DAO members approved allows him to keep the funds, and that settles the matter. The Mango Markets DAO agreed in exchange for the return of $67 million of the $114 million that he made by making huge trades on other platforms that artificially drove the price of Mango's Mango token up 1,300%. Eisenberg is facing charges from the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, as well as the SEC and CFTC. That led Mango Labs to claim it reached the deal under duress. And finally, a staggering 1.1 million tokens were launched last year, according to Chainalysis, but the devil's in the details. If you weed out those that did not have more than 10 swaps and 4 consecutive trading days in their first week, that number just plummets to 40,521. Alright, so that's still kind of a lot, but 9,902 of those, which is nearly 1/4, saw a 90% price drop in the first week after launch, which suggests that these might have just been developed for pump and dump schemes. Investors spent as much as $4.6 billion buying those nearly 10,000 tokens, the firm added. But scam promoters actually made a mere $30 million dumping their own holdings. Chicken feed. The ease of creating a new token, which can basically be done by copying and pasting, is one reason they are so popular, Chainalysis said. And speaking of copying and pasting, be sure to check out our new show, Crypto Espresso, which is exactly the same show as Crypto Espresso, I just talk a little faster. If you're content with the pace that I speak now, though, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click on that little bell icon to get buzzed whenever a new Crypto Espresso video goes live. Thoughts on today's show? Did I read too fast? Did I read too slow? Well, just drop me a comment, because I read them and I take them far too seriously, don't you know? Questions about our headlines or crypto in general? Ask Alex. How many times do I have to tell you? That's right, ask Alex in the description below if you have any questions about our headlines or crypto in general. Alex is also a great resource for all things Web3 and the metaverse, and that about does it for today. Again, I've been your host, Andrew. These have been your headlines, and ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. See you Monday.